Welcome everybody to the QBL 2018 Grand Final Series live from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville as the Townsville Flames host the Southern District Spartans. This broadcast is brought to you by Nothing But Net Media. Also brought to you by the Australian Sports Network and James Bowman down in Sydney. And also TCTC, the Townsville Creative Technologies College here in Townsville. I'm John Guarna, and I'm joined tonight by Dave Derwin. And Dave, we've got the two top teams in the 2018 Women's QBL competition here tonight and through the weekend with the title on the line. I think if you asked anybody before the season, these two teams would be at the top of their list. It's no surprise that we're seeing Townsville taking on Southern Districts.
No surprise, Johnny, at all. I think the key, obviously, Johnny, is they're the two teams that have survived, and so this is the two best teams going to go toe-to-toe in what is an absolutely, nothing will pick them apart. I'm thinking really close games, more than likely a 3-game series, I'm thinking, and I guess we'll find out.
It was a fantastic series. Both teams had big wins in the semifinals. Townsville absolutely dismantling Rockhampton on their way to this grand final series. Southern Districts had to do it tough heading into Ipswich. Really, really tough battle. They had to come from behind to take down the favorite Ipswich Force women's team, the number 2 seed in the QBL finals. Dave, how much do you put momentum into this case? I mean, Southern Districts are the hottest team in any QBL competition, men or women. They come into tonight on an 11-game tear, and they have the confidence because they know they can come in and win here because they're the only team to do so this season. And it wasn't even close in that matchup, Dave. It was a 96-67 win for the Spartans here in Townsville. How much confidence do the Spartans get out of that win?
Well, I think they get a little bit of confidence, but again, the challenge with coming in hot is, they've won 11 in a row. When they play well, as I was just talking to Coach Scheibner down there, is he thinks they're unstoppable. So, you just sort of throw all that out, and basically you're looking at it as a best of 3, first of 2, and so you want to win tonight, and then you put pressure on the other team, obviously, to make the adjustments. And but certainly they've got to be feeling pretty good about themselves with the hot win streak, and then coming here and thumping Townsville the last time they visited.
If you're Townsville, is that something that's in your mind, Dave?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not from a coaching point of view. You just get that one and throw it out. And you go, here we go. We're here. We've been a really good team all year. If we can control the pace and play Townsville basketball, then they think they're the best team in the comp.
I just want to take this time before we get into the game to thank all of the Townsville sponsors: A. Gabrielli Constructions, Dennis's Computers, Q Solutions, Beehive, Mendy Constructions, and Grilled here in Townsville. And I'm really excited to be here to be working with the TCTC, the Townsville College of Technology, the Townsville Creative Technology
TCTC.
College, TCTC. It's a tongue twister. I'm sorry, but let's say thanks to all the crew here at TCTC for providing the production for us. A couple of interesting matchups, Dave, and you talked to both coaches before the game. One of the key matchups is how Spartans are going to slow down Darcy Garvin, and you got to think it's going to be Romy Bear with that assignment.
Well, I'm not going to think, Johnny. I'm going to know, and that's exactly what Coach Scheibner just said. So obviously, it's got a bit of extra height and the athleticism that they'll try and throw at her, and they'll see how it works out. But again, in these sort of series, again, it's just like playing the game, Johnny. You read and react. So you try some stuff. We're talking to Coach Robes earlier as well tonight. They run similar offenses, so they really know each other pretty well. It's now just come down to the team that can defensively get after it and offensively, look after the pill and execute.
And one of the keys to the game for Townsville, if they are to win this Game 1 matchup, is slowing down Ambrosia Anderson. Anderson was tremendous in that win here earlier in the season. She was 9 of 10 from the field, had 24 points, 5 of 6 from 3, Dave. The three-point shot is something that's going to be key. It has been key for both of these teams throughout the season.
Yeah, the Flames, #1 in three-pointers made, and shooting-wise too, Johnny, so they're deadly. Equally, they're the best team from 2. So, you know, they've really got a great combination of inside-outside, and we were talking with some of the coaches before, and it's all around pace. I think if it's a fast tempo type game, it suits Townsville. If Spartans can junk it up a little bit, slow it down a little bit, that's going to be more their flavor.
Well, we're just about set for the tip. You see the Townsville Flames in their home blue and gold, and the Spartans in their white uniforms with the colored stripes down the sides. Dave, I can't believe it. Feels like it was just round 1 yesterday. We're here in Townsville for the grand final series, and Garvin and Bear are going to match up for the tip. It's up, and it's won by Townsville. Stella Beck has it, and Beck, really a nice late addition. She's starting to find her place in this Townsville rotation. We didn't mention in the pregame the missing Mila Goodchild. That's going to be a big loss for Townsville, but they were able to accommodate that, and Lisa Brennan was one of them. She misses. Beck misses the tip. Another offensive rebound, though, for Townsville. And Garvin fires the 3. That's way long. And Taya loses it out of bounds, so bit of nervous play from both teams to start on that first Townsville possession.
Yeah, a couple of good looks. Good patience offensively, and a couple of rebounds as well. And the first, obviously, the first quarter is going to be really settler as teams get into it, move the ball around, try and get everyone get a touch.
Cox going to fire a 3. She's blocked by Parham, and then Aja Parham going to get called for the foul. Parham, one of the top block shots in the QBL competition. I think she's 3rd on the ladder. It's pretty impressive for a guard to be up there among the tall trees, leading the league in blocks.
Yeah, well, she certainly does, and as do the Spartans, Johnny, the lead in the league in blocks.
They go to Garvin over the top. She's got Parham on her back, gets to the rim. Layup is good. There's our first points of the evening, and it's Darcy Garvin with the layup. That's a really good matchup. There's just great matchups all over the court here. Ash Tai has been huge for Spartan. She gets to the rim. Her layup is too strong, and Garvin comes down with it. But, geez, Dave, you look at some of the matchups. You've got Taya and Ainsley Walsh. You've got Michaela Cox and Aja Parham. Rebecca Haynes and Lisa Brennan. There's some just a lot of talent here on the court tonight. Garvin, hesitation dribble, shuffles her feet. That's a turnover for Darcy Garvin. And Districts will have possession. Two veterans here, Michaela Cox and Aja Parham, matching up on both ends of the court. Haynes has it. She's going to fire a 3. She drains that one. The captain, Beck Haynes, gives Districts their first points and their first lead of the night. And there's Beck using the hesitation. Dribble, layup is good, plus the foul. That's a good sign for Townsville. They're going to give that foul. Let's see who they give that one to. It's going to go against Ambrosia Anderson, her first personal, the team's first as well.
Yeah, good answer. Old-fashioned three-point play.
We were talking about it on the way up here, though, Dave, but no matter how long you've been playing the game of basketball, it's still quite difficult not to leave your feet on that little pump fake, little jab. So Beck hits it, and Townsville retakes the lead. Pass is stolen by Cox. She's got a 2-on-1 with Beck. Cox goes right at the defense. A lot of contact. Ball out of bounds. It's going to stay with Townsville. Good defense there by Romy Bear. Just want to let everyone know on YouTube, if you're watching, let us know who you are and where you're watching from. We'll get you a shot out. Another foul called. This one is going to go against Romy Bear on the baseline. Her first personal, that's the team's third.
Not a great deal in it, but again, Garvin looking to really be aggressive in that block. looking to bang, and I really like it from Townsville's point of view, being aggressive. Great take.
Another take there by Beck.
Yeah.
She's been aggressive early. She's got 4 quick ones, and Townsville's up 4.
Doing her best Rusty Westbrook impersonation there, Johnny. Leaving it out with the left.
Parham with the left hand answers, and Cox not wanting to contest. She doesn't want to pick up a silly foul. Cox keeping the dribble alive, finds Garvin inside. Layup is blocked again. Haynes gets it that time. And then Parham comes down with the defensive rebound. Here comes Bear. The pass is too strong. Anderson can't save it. Little miscommunication there. She thought Taya was going back door. Taya stopped the cut short.
Yeah.
Pass is stolen. Beck Haynes, the captain for the Spartans. She has it stripped.
Yeah,
good defense.
D. Great job.
Good hustle by the retiring Lisa Brennan. Brennan wants to go out a champion. That was a championship play as Cox throws it out of bounds off of Aja Parham. It's going to stay with Townsville. About 3 minutes, 15 seconds into this game, Dave. Pretty even matchup thus far. Kind of what we expected throughout this evening in the series.
Yeah, I don't really see a whole lot in the games at all, John. I think they're going to be very good games, really close, contested.
Walsh fouled on her way to the basket. She's going to go to the line for 2 shots. I think that one went against Parham, I think. If it is, that's going to be her second personal. And the 4th team foul against Spartans here.
And they're the big plays in these type of games. Picking up a couple of fouls, and then equally it's a big decision from the coaching staff as to leave them in or take them out and how long you leave them out for. So Parham, I think she's probably already got 3 blocks and just had that nice finish with the left.
Here's Parham going back door, nearly lost it. A lot of pressure, she turns it over. Beck recovers, and then they're gonna get Beck though for the offensive foul. And she pushed off on Rebecca Haynes. So Haynes turned it over, but nice hustle there to pick up the offensive foul on Beck. Got to give a shout out to our friend down in Brisbane, Byron Luton. He's calling for the Spartans shootout. A few Spartans fans on the stream. Liv Lavo for the Spartans as well. And Chris Mudridge, he would love to be in the grand final, but he's watching it. Thanks for watching, Chris. Another turnover, Spartans. A few turnovers starting to creep in here for Southern Districts.
Yeah, they're a little frustrating turnovers, but the intent's good. You know, they're looking for nice passes, just miscued a couple times.
There's Brennan along the baseline. Layup is good. Townsville doubling up on Southern Districts here, 10-5.
Yeah, offensively, Townsville's had a really good start, sharing the ball. And equally, I'd say Spartans' defense a little sloppy.
Bear hits a 3 in the corner, a wide open 3. No, Coach St. Maurice is going to expect better from his team. He knows how dangerous the Spartan shooters are. Brennan again along the baseline. Blocked by Bear. That's her second one of the night. And then Brennan nearly lost it. It does go out of bounds off of Townsville. So it's going to stay with the Spartans. First subs of the night, Alex Fowler and Haley Andrews for Townsville. And Jess McDowell-White checking in for Spartans. And I think this is where it gets really interesting for the teams, Dave. The bench play is going to be huge in this series. You don't lose much when Jess McDowell comes on the court. Neither do you lose much when Haley Andrews or Alex Fowler comes in.
Yeah, and as you say, it's not necessarily going to be a make or break, but it's just nice if you can get a nice punch from the bench. Ladies, as Beck gets out in the open floor.
A good steal there by Andrews, and Beck the beneficiary. It's 12-8 the lead for Townsville.
Again, off the back of another turnover, Johnny.
Bear backing down, kicks it out. Haynes, jump shot is up, in and out. Garvin grabs the rebound.
I think they can get a lot of good stuff out of Bear in the block. and just making plays out of that too. If they just really if they really just need to simplify it at times throughout the night. Ooh,
Barham, nice crossover. Can't get the finger roll to fall. Out of bounds, off of Spartans. It's going to stay with Townsville.
Yeah, nice little crossover from Aja Parnham then.
Barham looking to be aggressive here tonight. Cox goes away from the screen, brings it back out. Now Andrews has it. Haley Andrews just started her freshman season, well, really the summer season, as Garvin fires a jump shot that's strong. But Haley Andrews on scholarship with the Portland Pilots, I should say, of the West Coast Conference in Portland, Oregon. She got permission to come back for this grand final series, and that's a huge addition for Townsville. There is Andrews guarding Aja Parham. Parham comes off the screen, gets it to Bear. Now Bear inside, left-hand shot too strong, and Fowler with a nice strong defensive rebound. She's tied up though by Beck Haynes. Possession arrow favors the Spartans. That's what Beck Haynes does, Dave. She does a little bit of everything and does it all well.
Yeah, really good pressure, and that her relentlessness on the offensive board without fouling, which is the key, got him another little turnover.
There's a timeout taken by the Spartans, so we'll take one as well. With just about 4 minutes to go, it's a 4-point lead for the Flames over the Spartans in your QBL Women's Grand Final Series. Back with you here at Star 105.3 FM Stadium. 106.3, sorry. I'm getting my radio stations confused. Apologies for that. But a good time out there taken by Spartans. They're only down 4. Probably just wanted to tidy up a few little things. Really, I think they're looking probably at those turnovers.
Yeah, and that's really been anything for them early on. Otherwise, they're getting plenty of good action. Beck Haynes to the rim with another nice take. Gets rewarded with a couple of foul shots.
That's going to go against Alex Fowler. That's going to be her first, the team's second. And Beck Haynes just doing a great job tonight. She does. I said it a few times in our coverage of the Spartans down in Brisbane, but she's one of my favorite players to watch. And I know I'm not supposed to play favorites. I'm supposed to be impartial, but she just does everything well and does all the little things. And that's, to me, what you want in a captain and a veteran player.
Yeah, and I think for Cox there, she needs to maybe just give her a little bit more of a gap, you know what I mean? Just a bit of a shorter closeout. And again, Haynes can certainly hit the jump shot, but I think they'd rather her shooting some long J's instead of her driving to the bucket, picking up fouls and penetrating.
Cox gets inside, misses the layup. Parham with the defensive rebound. She's looking to push the pace. Crosses over again to the left hand, picks up a dribble, finds a cutting Haynes. Layup is strong, though, for Beck Haynes.
Yeah, really nice pass from Parnham again.
And here's Garvin, cross court to Beck. Good pump fake by Beck, gets inside. Floater is short, and then Haynes comes down with it. And we thought Townsville wanted to play fast, but Spartans looking to play fast as Bear lays it up, plus the foul. It's going to go against Michaela Cox. And Romy Bear going to the free throw line for the three-point play opportunity and a chance to tie the game at 12.
Yeah, good vision in transition from Parnham and great cut from Bear. Straight down the pipes, get the player on your back.
Bear's free throw ties it up at 12 with about 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. And don't forget, we will have the men's game for you shortly after this women's matchup. Michaela Cox 3 is good. You cannot give Michaela Cox that much time or space from deep.
Yeah, I really liked it. She wasn't too worried about shooting the ball either. She, squared up, bang. No hand up. I'm going to drain it on you.
Double teaming, and it leads to a turnover. Andrews with their second steal of the game goes right at the defense to lay it up and in. Haley Andrews giving the Flames some good minutes here off the bench. Cut by Parham, and she's fouled by Haley Andrews. That's going to be Andrews' first personal, the team's fourth.
Well, she's got to check the scout. You've got to know that Parham's going to give and go really quick, Johnny. And again, you've got to play for that.
So Parham going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Her team down 5. Parham missed the first one. Second one up, and that's good. And Ash Taya going to check back in, this time for Aja Parham. Dave, coming into a grand final series, do you expect the teams to shorten the rotations?
Yeah, I mean, I think you'll see, obviously, the main contributors play the majority. But you never know. It's always these guys, you watch a bit of NBA, Johnny, and they always say, who's the person who's going to give you a spark that's come out of nowhere? And that's always the gem, is someone comes in, like Matt Smith last week in the men for Cairns. He came in and gave him 10 points, and really that was critical in the end in a close game. So, you're always, as a coach, you're always hoping that someone can come in and give you something you didn't expect. Just always a nice little bonus.
Beck Haynes gets inside. She's fouled by Darcy Garvin. That's going to put Townsville into the penalty. And Beck Haynes at the free throw line for 2 shots. Haynes strong on that first attempt. And the free throw shooting was a bit of an issue for Spartans last weekend in Ipswich. And Dave, free throw shooting's always key, but especially in a tight one as Haynes misses them both.
Yeah, that's a really tough one. A couple tough misses, especially in these games when it's going to be what you'd imagine really, really close.
Got a minute 30 to go in the first quarter. Beck has it. She's going to get caught. No, they're going to.
Bonus?
Yeah, that's also going to go. That's going against Anais Curvan. Her first personal. That's putting Spartans in the penalty. Stella Beck going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots as Anderson checks back in for Bear. Beck missed the first. Second one good, though. So the lead up to 5 for Townsville. Long pass ahead, Beck Haynes. Good defense by Brennan, but a better pass from Haynes to a streaking Jess McDowell-White for the 2.
Great pass and a great running from McDowell-White, filling in the pass from Haynes.
Garvin hands off for Beck.
Just good reward for 2 players. Haynes ran a hard transition, and then McDowell-White did the same thing. So
that's a tough pass there by Brennan. Curvan steals it. Taya now over to the captain. Here's Anderson. She's going to fire top of the key 3. That rattles home. Ambrosia Anderson can shoot the rock. She ties it at 18. Garvin picks up the dribble, gets it to Michaela Cox. And Cox is tripped up.
I think they're going to call it a kick ball. White ball.
I don't know what happened there. I think, like you said, they may have called it a kick ball. So it's a turnover for Townsville with 33 on the clock. Spartan's going to look, I thought they might look for a 2-for-1, and that's another turnover from Anderson. So you got to think Townsville is going to try and work the clock for 1 shot.
Yep.
25 seconds to go. Got to think it's going to be in the hands of Michaela Cox or Darcy Garvin. Looks like they're sending up for a bit of a horn set here, Dave. There's about half a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Cox crossing over to the left, gets inside, gets to the rim, lays it in, plus the foul. Couldn't have gone any worse there for the Spartans, and a good take there by Cox. She got on the hip, got right to the rim, lays it in, plus the foul.
Yeah, not a lot of contact, but great finish as she beat Ty to the cup.
So there's 6 seconds on the clock, and Michaela Cox at the free throw line with an opportunity to put her team up by 3. And it's good. Now Jess McDowell-White crosses over half court. She's got about 2 seconds. She tried to find Curvon. She throws it out of bounds. That's going to do it. So at the end of the quarter, it's a 3-point lead for the Townsville Flames, 21-18. Dave, pretty impressive first quarter of action from both teams.
Yeah, great opening game, a great opening quarter. The key, for me, it was those 8 Spartan turnovers is killer. I mean, you can't give up that many turnovers and be competitive. That really can come back to haunt them later in the game for sure.
It certainly can. It is the quarter time break, so we'll take a quick one. We'll come back with some statistics in the second quarter of action here live from Star 106.3 Stadium in Townsville. It's Nothing But Net Media and TCTC presenting the QBL Women's Grand Final Series. Back with you here from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. It's John Guarna and Dave Derwin on the call with the crew at TCTC running the production for us, doing a great job. Dave, it was an excellent first quarter of action. I know you're looking at the stats. What are they saying to you? Yeah, well,
As we closed out, to end the first, Johnny, the 8 turnovers is killer at the moment for Spartans. And they've also, Townsville's had 7 more shots. So realistically for Spartans, they've got to be pretty happy giving up a couple of offensive rebounds and a couple extra looks. Good move from Garvin, rewarded early. Really like the intent, straight to the foul line, establishing those post targets.
And let's take a quick moment to thank all of the sponsors for the Townsville basketball: A. Gabrielli Constructions, Dennis's Computers, Q Solutions, Beehive, Mendy Constructions, and Grilled. And we also have to thank Basketball Queensland and Townsville Basketball, and also the crew at TCTC for bringing us up here and allowing us to bring this excellent grand final series as Garvin hits 2 to put the lead up to 5. Brennan comes down with a defensive rebound. Now Townsville with another opportunity to increase the lead. There's Brennan getting to the cup. Her layup is strong. There's a foul inside. Looks like that one's going to go against Aeneas Curvon. Her second personal. It's the team's second as well, so Curvon going to get a breather. Checking in is Emily Preston for the Spartans. Also have to thank Reliable Insurance, the sponsor of the referees. The QBL referees for the 2018 season are proudly sponsored by Reliable Insurance Solutions. To get the right call on your insurance, contact the team at Reliable Insurance Solutions. Brennan goes inside. Garvin double team. That's a nice double. She passes it out though. Walsh for 3 is short. You got to think that shot's going to be there for Ainsley Walsh all night.
You do, and I think good spacing.
Preston offensive rebound. And there's a foul inside. Not sure if that's going to go against Cox or Lisa Brennan. It's going to go against Brennan. First team foul against Townsville here in the second quarter. Bear inbounds Parham. Layup is good, and you see it looks so easy, but I've seen Spartans get that all season long.
Yeah, those little cheap ones, great out of bounds play. And Ainsley Walsh has just got to be a little bit more aware to not get caught on that.
There's Walsh, finds a diving Darcy Garvin, and she banks it home. That's not as easy as Darcy Garvin made that look.
Keep the ball high. Good post move. Fundamentals, Johnny.
That's why she's an Australian representative and training at that national level. Cox runs through a screen. McDowell White crosses over a couple times, finds Preston on the baseline. Now Ambrosia Anderson fires a wild one that's short. McDowell White, though, offensive rebound, and they're going to call it a shot clock violation. I thought Anderson's jump shot hit a bit of rim on the side there, but no complaints from Spartans on that one.
No.
Alex Fowler back on the floor for the Flames. Garvin's open, she can hit it from deep, and she does on that one, giving the Flames an 8-point lead.
Yeah, good penetrating pitch action. Townsville's really being patient in their offense.
Parham open for three, she answers. It's back down to 5, the deficit for Spartans. Beck, they work it around the perimeter. Garvin hits Michaela Cox, now Fowler. There's 6 on the shot clock. Garvin's short jumper is off the back of the rim. Here comes Parham. And the Spartans looking to chip away at this deficit. It's 5 right now for Southern Districts as Bear gets inside. Parham offensive rebound. Putback is good. Aja Parham flexing on that one.
Yeah, well, she just wanted it better, harder, stronger, and again rewarded with a great offensive rebound. Garvin a little lazy on the box out on that particular one.
Michaela Cox going to fire a deep 3. That's off. Bear has it, and she can grab those defensive rebounds and run the offense. She kicks it back. McDowell White open for 3. That's good. Back-to-back threes from the Spartans tie the game at 28. And Coach Mike St. Maurice is going to take a timeout, so we'll take one as well, as Southern Districts has battled back to tie it at 28 here at Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back shortly. Back with you here at Star 106.3 FM Stadium. Back-to-back threes from the Southern District Spartans tie the game at 28. And Dave, it just seems like District's starting to build a little momentum, so good time out there from Coach St. Maurice.
Well, and it is. It's behind a lot of their playmaking, individual brilliance from Parham and Romeo Bear. Romeo Bear's bringing the pill down like she's John Stockton, finding people. And she's really been impactful the last couple of minutes.
There's Beck, floater up, no good, but she's fouled by Ambrosia Anderson.
Good take.
I like what Townsville is doing, Dave. They really seem to be making a concerted effort to get some feet in the paint, and it's been successful for them so far.
Yeah, they keep mixing it up, and I think, you know, for the Flames now, they've just got to clean up some of that transition. You've got to pick up the ball early with Bear, and again, try and get some bodies in front of her because, again, I think she's 6'5". She's got great vision. She's just waltzing down here and again, seeing the floor. So I think they just need to get up and in and force a little bit more pressure and get the ball out of her hands.
And Beck has been excellent. She hits the 2 free throws for Townsville. She's been really contributing a lot of points, which she did last week in the big semifinal win over Rockhampton. Parham, aggressive take. Layup is good. Aja Parham's got it going on.
Well, pretty well defended too, so terrific bucket.
I don't think you could have defended it any better. Just a better finish. Fowler on the block is double teamed. She ribs through the double. Layup is short. And there's Beck Haynes with the rebound. Jess McDowell White banks home a floater, and the Spartans take the first lead in quite some time. They're up by 2, Dave.
Yeah, +5 second quarter for the Spartans here. And again, most of it's coming in transition, Johnny, so not necessarily the half-court offense that's hurting the Spartans. It's more just that transition opportunities.
Beck missed a 3. Michaela Cox grabbed an offensive rebound. And here's Darcy Garvin looking to go one-on-one with Beck Haynes. Goes to the left-hand scoop shot, is no good. There's Bear kicking it ahead for Preston. Preston goes to the left hand and misses. Fowler with the defensive rebound. Ellie Andrews, Euro step, finishes with the left. Looking like James Harden out there. Bet our coaches at Portland wouldn't mind seeing a few of those dropping in our freshman season as Preston answers on the other end. Good hands there by Aja Parham, deflecting the ball out of bounds. A few more subs. Ash Ty going to check back into the game. Emily Preston getting a breather. Garvin has it one-on-one with Bear, goes out. Now Cox has it with 8 on the shot clock. Our pass tipped out of bounds off of Spartan, so it's going to stay with Townsville with 7 to go on the shot clock. Andrews looking inside. Garvin can't handle the pass, and Parham comes up with the steal. And look at the Spartans looking to run. Taya has it. She's going to pull up for 3. It's up and short. And Garvin grabs the defensive rebound. Not sure about that shot selection there, Dave.
Yeah.
Cox nearly turned it over as well. Garvin, top of the key 3, is short.
It's getting a little sloppy. Both teams a little fatigued here in the end of the first half. And it's just really free. But not many buckets in the last couple minutes.
Ronnie Bear, hands off for Parham. There's 7 on the shot clock. Bear gets it along the baseline, goes inside, a great pass to Haynes. She misses the layup, though. There was a bit of contact. I think Haynes thought she was going to get the foul call. Nice high-low action from the Flames. Fowler to Garvin, ties it up at 34. McDowell White from the wing. Her three-pointer is short. Andrews steps out of bounds. Don't know why she went for that one. I thought she would have let it go.
I'm sure she agrees with you, Johnny.
Brennan and Walsh check back in for Townsville. Beck and Fowler getting a breather. 2:48 to go in the first half. We're tied at 34. Taya goes to the left hand, gets to the rack, and lays it in.
Great blow by. not a whole lot of help D for the Flames.
There's Brennan now out to Michaela Cox. Good ball movement. Walsh, corner three is good. Nice ball movement. Leads to an Ainsley Walsh three.
Geez, both teams really unselfish basketball here early in the first half. Johnny making the right pass.
McDowell White goes to the right hand, kicks it out to an open Taya. Three-pointer up, and that's good from Ash Taya. The dribble penetration once again leads to a deep shot for the Spartans. Andrews gets past Parham. Layup is too strong. And then Jess McDowell White tied up by Lisa Brennan. Possession arrow. I think it's going to stay with Townsville. Townsville, though, going to take a timeout with 1:50 to go in the first half, and they're down two. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the final 2 minutes of action here from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. at the half. Spartans with that 4-point lead. We're here at Townsville 106.3 FM Stadium. John Guarna, Dave Derwin with you. And Dave, halftime statistics. Let's go through them.
We've got 11 points for Garvin. Michaela Cox, 6. Stella Beck, 10. And then Brennan and Andrews with 4 each. And Walsh, 4 as well. For the Spartans, Parnham's been terrific. 12 points. 8 for Beck Haynes. 6 for Romy Bear. 5 for Ash Tyre. And Jeff McDowell-White came in, gave him a nice punch. 7 points and an assist. Big thing for me, Johnny, second quarter, 6 of 17 from the floor for Townsville, which opened up an opportunity for Spartans, and again, they closed it really well. +7 quarter for the Spartans. So a lot of confidence heading into the break with a good second quarter behind them.
If you're Townsville, you should be happy with the way you played. Disappointed you're in that deficit at the moment, a 4-point deficit. Pretty good first half of action from both teams, though, Dave.
Yeah, and I think Spartans cleaned up that second quarter, Johnny. Only 2 turnovers, which is a hell of a lot better than the 8 they started with. So I guess the Spartans have just proven that if they can look after the pill and continue to capitalize, they're gonna be right here.
Take a quick second to thank all of the Townsville basketball sponsors: A. Gabrielli Constructions, Dennis's Computers, Q Solutions, Beehive, Mendy Constructions, and also Grilled here in Townsville. As the second half gets underway, Townsville will have first possession of the ball. And they're down 4. Here's Beck. She was really good to start the game for Townsville. There's 7 on the shot clock for the Flames. Garvin has it. She gets inside, throws up the bank shot that's off. Tipped around, and Brennan recovers. Cox with the extra pass. Walsh, hesitation. Back out to Michaela Cox. Wing 3 is short. Tipped out by Anderson. And then it's knocked out of bounds by Romy Bear.
Good job from the Flames, continuing to crash the glass. Beck Stevens not happy with the call.
Here's Brennan. Brennan, a lot of contact, loses it. Taya has it now. Up ahead for Aja Parham. Skip pass to Anderson. Good hesitation dribble. Left-handed bank shot is good from Ambrosia Anderson.
Well, again, that opportunity arises, Johnny, because she's hit a couple early, and so now she can pump fake and put the ball on the deck. Anderson's done a good job of being a threat all night long.
Anderson increasing the lead to 6. Cox, though, cuts it to 3 with a big, deep three-pointer. Good answer.
I like it.
Taya on the wing, goes inside for Parham. Parham going to back down against Michaela Cox. Goes to the left hand, and layup is good. Aja Parham able to operate on the dribble or the post.
Yeah, really good patience. And again, if Townsville haven't had a look on the scout yet, she goes left a lot. And so they need to take that away. Make it a little bit more difficult for her.
There's Brennan now with 4 on the shot clock. Garvin reverse layup is good. It's on the defensive end that you want to pick up the intensity a bit for Townsville. They need to get some stops. Anderson's open, three-pointer up and good. Right in the face of Lisa Brennan. That's a big bucket there from Ambrosia Anderson. Brennan misses, and Taya comes up with the rebound. Inside, Anderson with the left hand, finishes.
Wow, great pass from Bear. Really good vision.
Coach St. Maurice is going to take a timeout. His team is trailing by 8, 52-44, 7:14 to go in the third. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back with you shortly live here from 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. Back with you live here at Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. Got to give a shout out to the TCTC crew, doing a wonderful job on the production, getting us back up to speed and running when we ran into a few of those technical difficulties. Great job, and also got to give a shout out to James Bowman and the Australian Sports Network for their assistance as well. Guys, if you're watching, let us know on the YouTube feed. Let us know who you are and where you're watching, and we'll make sure we get you the shout outs. But at the moment, it's an 8-point deficit for Townsville. Spartans starting to pick up a bit of steam here in the third, Dave.
They are, and again, they've done a good job defensively, making it tough for the Flames. And they've just a nice little build on their halftime lead.
So pass goes out of bounds off of Spartans. It's going to stay with Townsville. There's Garbin, short jumper is too strong, and McDowell White with the defensive rebound. Jess McDowell White also heading over to the NCAA Division I ranks. She's going over to Eastern Washington. So a lot of talent on the floor as Haynes is fouled on her way to the bucket. She's going to get 2 shots. That one goes against Lisa Brennan. Andrews checks back in. Haynes.
Here comes the Macca's drum. Surely the locals, the poor lady sitting next to her, won't be too happy with that, Johnny. But they're hoping to cheer their team home.
That's the blue crew. They're here to make some noise. And at the moment, the Flames need that extra help because they're down 10. Good take, though, by Beck, and she's fouled. Going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Yeah, I think right now, Towns, we're just going to get back into some simple basketball, just how they started, which was, get a little bit more points in the paint. And again, look at that feet in the paint to penetrate. They did a good job of getting plenty of foul shots in the first quarter in particular. I think they had eight foul shots in the first quarter and only 2 in the second. Especially if the offense is dried up a little bit, just they get to the charity stripe, see the ball going through the hole. Beck's chases down her missed shot.
Nearly turned it over. Garbin, though, recovers. So Beck missed them both. And here's Garbin with Jess McDowell White guarding her. Spins into a double team, finds Fowler. Baseline jump shot, hits the back of the rim. Garbin, though, tips it out to Andrews. There's Garbin again, McDowell White triple team. Fowler finishes plus the foul. That's a mature finish there from Alex Fowler with the veteran Beck Haynes on the defense.
Yeah, really good steal from Fowler. Really like the unselfishness from Garbin, and she's probably realized she's missed a few now. 5 of 14, Johnny, for Garbin, and so she's missed a couple in the last couple. So I really like the unselfishness of hitting a teammate down low for the 3-point play.
Fowler finishes it, so the deficit is 7 for Townsville, 54-47. Here's McDowell White, now Bear has it. Bear spins away from the double, goes to Haynes on the baseline, jump shot up and good. That's a layup for Beck Haynes, and I love what Beck Haynes does. Every time she shoots the ball, goes right to the glass just in case it misses. There's Andrews open for three. Shot is up. It rolls in and out. Fight for the rebound. And it looks like they're going to get Stella Beck for the over-the-back foul.
Not liking it, Johnny. It's a good contest.
It's a great contest.
No foul. There's no foul?
I don't mind the call. There was a bit of contact.
GF, let him play.
56-47 the lead for Spartans. Got to give a few shout outs. Jamie Hay coming in from Cairns. We also have got Rufus watching live from Ketchikan, Alaska. And Ross Barton, photographer extraordinaire from Zen Creative Studios, tuning in from Brisbane. Thanks, guys, for tuning in and letting us know. If you're watching, let us know. We'll get you a shout out as well. As the Spartans get to the line again for two shots. Dribble penetration really hurting Townsville a bit here.
Yeah, it is. And again, they just need to clean that up a little bit.
So Jess McDowell-White going to go to the free throw line for a couple.
Ross Barton, photographer extraordinaire, covered the Flames and Spartans this year. Good on him. Does a great job for hoops.
McDowell-White goes 1 of 2.
A big Rufus in Alaska. How about him?
Yeah, wonder what he's doing out there. Reckon it'd be a little warmer here in Townsville than out in Ketchikan.
I don't reckon he's got a singlet on.
Beck goes to Garvin on the block, kicks it back out. Beck hesitation, gets inside. 5 on the shot clock. Andrews trying to get to the rim, misses the layup, and McDowell-White recovers for Spartans. Bear, nice kick. McDowell-White open for 2. It's short. Bear, though, offensive rebound.
Wow, she's been impressive, Johnny.
A lot of contact. Fowler comes up with the steal. And then McDowell-White with the reach in. They're going to call it an unsportsmanlike foul. Coach Lewis can't believe the call. Jess McDowell-White shocked as well. That could be a big call, Dave. Spartans up 10.
Yeah, I think
4:26 to go in the third.
I'm no referee expert, Johnny, but I believe that is technically the right call. Anything literally in front of a player in front is unsportsmanlike. So,
and it was slight in front as Fowler, just because she had that quick change of direction. McDowell-White tried to sneak behind and underneath. There was a bit of contact, but I thought because she got the ball, it wouldn't be unsportsmanlike. We need our resident referee, Regan Baker, to clear it up for us. Unfortunately, Regan couldn't make the trip with us, but Fowler hit them both. Lead is cut to 8 for Spartans, and Townsville has possession. An opportunity to cut it even further. Andrews gets to the elbow. Pass is nearly stolen by Preston. Now Garbin back out. Andrews going to fire a 3. It's up. Hits the front of the rim. Bear with a defensive rebound. They're going to call it jump ball.
Yeah, great job from Beck getting all in their business. Forces the jump ball. It's going to stay with the white crew.
It's hard to get a view of the Spartans bench, but I could see Coach Lewis trying to tell his team to settle down on the bench. They're up 8, Dave. They seem to be in pretty good stead at the moment. McDowell-White's pass is off. Fowler again with another steal. That's the Cardinal sin.
Yeah, don't leave your feet. Nowhere to go. Garbin, tough move.
It's too strong. Gets her on rebound. She's fouled there by Ash Taya. It's the 4th team foul against Spartans.
They've done a good job the last couple of minutes of grinding here, Johnny. Getting on the glass. Things aren't going so well for Townsville, but they're staying in the game with that, again, that hunger and commitment to try and get that offensive rebound.
Coach Lewis for the Spartans takes a timeout, so we'll take one as well. 3:34 to go in the third. It's an 8-point lead for Spartans over the Flames here at Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. Back with you here at Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. The Flames are down 8. Garbin's baseline jumper is off. Fowler, big offensive rebound though.
I really think they need to try and get Fowler a bit more involved on that Fowler-Garbin action. She's been good, and I think they've just missed her a couple times in the last quarter, John.
Turnover there for Townsville. That's not going to help.
Yeah, Garbin's had a rough few minutes.
Defensive foul called on Ainsley Walsh. That's the 4th team foul against Townsville. 3:09 to go in the third quarter. Flames are down 8. Curvon hands off for Parham. Parham finds Curvon cutting to the basket. Nearly lost it and recovered by Spartans. Here's Anderson leaving her feet. Preston flips one up, it's off. Better defensive set there from Townsville. And then a defensive foul called there as Aja Parham ran right through Stella Beck. Love the physical play. It's been an excellent game, Dave. Really physical. Referees are letting them play, which you love to see. It's the 15th foul against Spartans, so Beck is going to shoot 2.
Yeah, not the smartest of plays. But again, established the tone and the physicality, so I like it. Is that third, Johnny, on Aja?
I think so.
I think it is the third. I'm just trying to find the scoreboard here.
Just while we're at it, give a shout out to the referees, Maddie Crowley and Jackie Dover on the call, on the referee calls. And the QBL referees for the 2018 season are proudly sponsored by Reliable Insurance Solutions. To get the right call on your insurance, contact the team at Reliable Insurance Solutions.
Second foul on Aja Parham, Johnny.
(57-50) the lead for Spartans with under 3 now to go in the third. It's been a big quarter here for Southern Districts. Townsville doing a good job hanging around. Parham inside again, finishes strong. Aja Parham's having a game, Dave.
Yeah, she is, and again for the Flames, sorry, Johnny. Only 19 points in the last 18 minutes of action, so they've really struggled to find the bucket and continue to do so.
And I think the offensive frustration starting to come in a little bit here for Townsville. That wasn't the greatest shot there by Walsh. Seen a couple of rush shots. Townsville is all about ball movement and getting the ball through hands. And here's Anderson going inside for Curvon. Curvon goes to the left hand. Layup is good for Aeneas Curvon. Lead is up to 11 for Spartans.
Yeah, great textbook play. Good move to the middle. Felt the contact. Spun over his shoulder. Terrific finish.
Garbin gets inside. Layup is strong. She steals the ball, though, back from Parham. And now Cox. Jump shot is good. So Garbin not bringing the intensity down, not letting all these misses get to her.
Yeah, she just got to stay with it. I mean, they need her to continue to be aggressive. Good deed defensively from Bex. They really need to get up and in on Romy Bear and take away. She's been terrific as far as her vision.
Parham swatted by Darcy Garbin. It's going to stay with Spartans with 7 to go on the shot clock. McDowell White going to check back in for Preston. Now Anderson wide open for the layup underneath the hoop.
And that's how you execute a great baseline out of bounds play. Terrific action. Nice easy bucket for Anderson.
Cox picks up her dribble, gets it to Fowler at the elbow. Pass knocked out of bounds off of Walsh. It's going to stay with the Spartans. They're up 11 with 45 seconds to go in the third.
Oh, they throw it away.
Beck steals it, trying to step through the defense, and she's fouled. It's going to be 2 shots for Stella Beck. That foul goes against Romy Bear. Beck's free throw rattles home. I thought the Vuvuzelas were banned internationally, but Townsville has resurrected them with the blue crew along the baseline.
I like it.
Beck goes 1 of 2. But they were illegal to own in every country apparently but Australia. As McDowell White fires a 3, that's good. Jess McDowell White's been excellent off the bench for Spartans. Their lead is up to 13.
Yeah, she's been really good, whether it's penetrating or rising up, knocking down the jump shots.
Walsh back over to Garbin. Garbin goes to the left hand. Step through layup is up and good for Darcy Garbin.
Well, great sign to see the ball go through the hoop again. Been a little while for Garbin.
5 seconds left. 3 now. Parham has it. She's going to fire a 3. It's up. It's short off the side of the rim, and that's going to end the third quarter. And heading into the final 10 minutes of the game, it's an 11-point lead for the Southern District Spartans. An impressive quarter of action there from the districts.
Yeah, it was, and a +9 quarter for them, so they've continued to build on that on that lead. They got back in the second quarter, done a really good job of defensively frustrating Townsville. Again, for the team, for Townsville, #1 offense in the league, struggling right now.
They are struggling. A quarter time couldn't have come sooner. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with some statistics in the final quarter of action here live from 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. Welcome back, everybody, to Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville as the Southern District Spartans up 66-55 on the Townsville Flames. Got to give a shout out to our good friend, Gold Coast Rollers men's assistant coach Colby Stefanovic, checking in down on the southeast of Queensland with his family. Thanks for tuning in, Dave. Let's look at some of those quarter time statistics for both teams.
Yeah, +7 quarter. For the Spartans, who've continued to really stamp their authority on the game, and that was behind a lot of really good play. Anderson was terrific. Beck Haynes doing her thing still. Aja Parham and Jess McDowell White all in double figures. And so, again, we talked a little about Garvin's struggle in that second and third period. 6 of 17. She leads the Flames with 15, and Michaela Cox 11. Stella Beck 12. So they just need to. I think they really need to knuckle down defensively and try and get some good buckets in transition. That's what they've been good at all year long.
Want to take a quick time here to give a shout out to all of the Townsville basketball sponsors: A. Gabrielli Constructions, Dennis's Computers, Q Solutions, Beehive, Mendy Constructions, and of course, Grilled in Townsville. Also got to give a shout out to all of the guys from the TCTC crew on the camera, on the production, doing a great job here tonight. 66-55. Townsville in a bit of a hole here, Dave. It's going to be a steep hill to climb.
They just got to really keep it simple. Get some stops, get 2 or 3 stops in a row, build some pressure. Again, I'd go back to that little foul of Garvin action that they do at the high post. It's frustrating for the Flames fans. Just a simple little illegal screen.
What do you mean? Andrews gets called for the personal. 11 points the lead for Spartans. About 1:10 here into the final quarter of action. Parham crossing over to the left. Now Anderson picks up her dribble. Finds Haynes, baseline jump shot up and good. Beck Haynes increasing the lead for the Spartans up to 13. Beck on the wing, looking inside. Garvin has it stolen by Parham.
Good gamble.
And Jess McDowell-White turns on the Jets, finds Anderson open for three. It's too strong, and it's tipped out of bounds. They're going to call a holding foul.
Well, I was going to say bad call, but they have called it on a hold, which we couldn't really see from here, Johnny. And she had good position, so.
Referee Maddie Crowley said she had it was a bit of a hook. She's having a chat to Coach St. Maurice along the baseline. So that's the third team foul against Townsville. Spartans find Anderson now. Picks up her dribble. Looking inside. Beck Haynes has it now. Steps through, flips it up. It's short.
Well defended from Fowler. That's what they've got to do. Just make it a bit ugly now. Get some stops. And then down this end, just get it through some hands. Utilize the spacing. They've done a good job.
Garbin double teamed. She pass is stolen. Spartans have done an excellent job, really frustrating Darcy Garbin, double teaming and triple teaming her the entire second half of the game.
Well, they have, and they've done a good job of spacing.
Good read by Garbin, though, coming up with the steal. Layup is good.
They've done a good job of their spacing all night long, Johnny. But now, again, Spartans have made some adjustments. They're looking at doubling hard. So the Flame girls have got to make an adjustment too. Get some cutters, get some better ball movement, some better player movement to help out Garbin.
Beck Haynes, step back jump shot, rolls in and out, tipped around. Beck with the rebound, but she throws it out of bounds as Michaela Cox was thinking of taking it all the way. Anderson and Haynes getting a breather. Curvon and Taya back in for Spartans. Taya hesitates, then steps into a long two. That's good from Ash Taya.
Yeah, great move from Taya. Really poised. The three didn't present itself. So she put the ball on the deck for a nice little 12-footer.
There's Garbin at the elbow. Backing in against Bear. She's double teamed out to Andrews. Fires the three. It's up. It's off the back of the rim. 13 points. The lead here for Spartans. They have the opportunity, Dave, to work some clock as we approach the 6-minute mark. And then they're going to get Michaela Cox for the reach-in.
Parham with the LeBron James travel, no call. I think she got about 6 steps as she caught the ball. She gets a look. Is that a superstar call she deserves, Johnny?
Parham's been playing like a superstar this evening.
She certainly has.
Bear getting a breather. Preston back on the court for Spartans. There's Parham going to the left hand, reverse dribble. She loses it. There's a scrum on the floor. They're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Spartans. It's going to stay with Southern Districts.
Yeah, good help from the Flames. Last couple of possessions, better defense.
Very physical here, Dave. All night long, the physicality seems to be stepping up here in the final quarter. McDowell-White inbounds to Curvon, who hands off for Parham in the corner. There's 3 on the shot clock. Parham's pass stolen by Michaela Cox. Fowler up ahead. Beck, good seal. Layup is short, though. Garbin recovers and loses it. Recovers again. Going to back down against Emily Preston. Finds a cutting Andrews. Layup attempt is off. But better action on that cut.
Yeah. And that's the difference that they need to do is, again, get some penetration.
Townsville going back to the bench. Lisa Brennan checking back in for Alex Fowler. Haley Andrews at the line for a couple shots. Andrews missed the first one. Under 6 to go in the game. And Spartans up 13. Andrews missed them both. Free throws, bit of an issue. Parham spins away from the defense. Euro step layup is no good. A lot of contact. They're going to get Parham on the defensive foul as Beck came down on top of Aja Parham.
Yeah, as you say, Johnny, 68% from the foul line tonight, 13 of 19. They've done, well, normally they're pretty good, 79%, fourth best in the league this year. So just missed a couple of foul shots, but a couple of foul shots isn't a 13-point lead that they've given up currently. So they're really just going to knuckle down.
5:35 left in this one. Spartans up 70 to 57. Michaela Cox, long two is short, tipped out by Brennan. Cox gets her feet in the paint, finds Garvin on the baseline. Double teamed, Garvin throws it to no one.
She's after a really good first quarter, Johnny. It has been rough. 36 points in the last 25 minutes for the Flames, and they're just really struggling to get the ball going through the hole. Pretty tight fourth quarter so far. Spartans +2 in this fourth, as both teams are trying to look for that little bit of something.
Curvon blocked by Fowler. Anderson recovers and misses. Another offensive rebound by Preston. Preston goes inside. Curvon goes to the right hand, gets it to fall, plus the foul. Ashtaya likes it. The Spartans like it. They're up 15.
Massive, massive bucket. All the momentum with Spartans again. They're starting to feel good about themselves. Look at the scoreboard, up 15.
Layup from Curvon's good. So lead is 16 now for Spartans with under 5 minutes left in game one of the 2018 QBL Women's Grand Final Series between the host Townsville Flames and the visiting Southern District Spartans. Garvin catches the pass deep under the basket. Layup is too strong though. Shot through that triple team. It looked good, just didn't fall. Anderson inside for Preston at the free throw line. Good ball movement. Taya open for three. That's a brick. Good tie up though. Fowler recovers. They're going to call it jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Flames. I'll tell you what, that was a brick there by Ashtaya, but I guarantee you, she gets that same look, she won't hesitate.
Yeah, she's been really impressive. And again, really nice seeing her growth and development over the last couple of years.
A shout out to the floor wipers there, wiping up a bit of sweat.
Rocking the We the Ville t-shirts.
Don't forget, we will have the men's grand final game one coming up shortly after the conclusion of this one. It's far from over here, but the clock's certainly not in the Flames' favor. As we're under 4 minutes to go now, Michaela Cox steps through, she's fouled. It's gonna be two shots. That's gonna go against Jess McDowell-White. And that's gonna be the fourth team foul for Spartans. Michaela Cox hits the first one. Second one is up and short. So Dave, we mentioned it earlier, but again, every free throw is an important one here for Townsville. You can't really afford to be missing them.
Yeah, and the foul shots are nice, but they really need to get some buckets. Get some stops, run out, get some transition opportunities. The game can swing pretty quickly. But just offensively, they've really struggled. And again, a lot of credit to Spartans' defense, which has been smothering, switching it up, double teaming in the block sometimes, even triple teaming at times. And they've just done a good job. And Townsville's just struggling.
Garbin has it, back out to Beck, has to fire the wing three. It hits the side of the rim. Walsh comes up with the rebound, gets it to Garbin. Floater is no good. Walsh nearly saves it, but it goes out of bounds. And you see the frustration on the face of Darcy Garbin. There is a timeout taken by the Flames with 3:08 to go, and Townsville trailing by 15, 73-58, here from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. Back with you here live from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville. Good time out there from Coach Mike St. Maurice. But Dave, 3:08 to go, team's down 15. Well, you got to make it. If it's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
He is, and he's in trouble. I think they've just really struggled offensively. If I look at the tape, first quarter terrific, and it's kind of been a little bit funky since. They've certainly competed hard, but execution has let them down the last half of basketball specifically.
Taya got blocked. Beck recovers for Townsville. Her pass tipped out by Bear, so it's going to stay with Townsville.
Because again, if you look at the D, Johnny, the defense has been pretty good. 73 is not a bad score, a couple minutes on the clock, but just struggled to. Good read.
Garbin gets inside, finishes, plus the foul by Curvon. See if Darcy Garbin can get going. She struggled here tonight, Dave. But the basket cuts the deficit to 13 with an opportunity to cut it to 12 with the free throw.
Yeah, and as you say, the Flames are only shooting 60% from the free throw line tonight.
Garbin hits it, so it's a 12-point lead now for Spartans. And here come the Flames out with a bit of full court pressure. Spartans trying to go over the top of it. It's too strong for Curvon from Bear.
Interesting if they can get another couple of scores here. Back on the nice move.
And again, she's fouled. That's going to put Stella back to the free throw line for a couple of shots. Both teams in the penalty. 2:24 to go in the game. I think that might have been Curvon's fifth. Beck hits the first.
I like the pressure from Townsville too, Johnny. A little bit late for tonight, but tomorrow's a new day, and I think that's something again to slow up and just disrupt a little bit of what the Spartans are trying to do.
Beck hits them both. So we're approaching the 2-minute mark. It's a 10-point deficit for Townsville. McDowell White, skip pass out to Taya. Preston's open. She gets it to Bear now with 4 on the shot clock. Bear from the free throw line is off. And here comes Townsville looking to run. Cox driving baseline, gets it out to Beck. They work it around Walsh. Walsh gets inside, layup blocked by Bear. What a block there by Romy Bear. One hand block and controls it to get another possession for Spartans. Now Parham gets inside, out to McDowell White, gonna fire a deep 3. That rolls in and out. Minute 20 now to go. Cox gonna fire a 3, it's up, it's short. Beck chases down the rebound, a lot of contact. Cox again from the wing is up, and that's off as well. Tie a defensive rebound. Townsville really needed one of those to drop, Dave.
Yeah, they did. 4 of 17 now from the 3. And Bear will just take the air out of the ball. Few possessions to go.
Nice pass to Parham for the layup. And that almost, Dave, seals it.
Well, Bears had a terrific game. 6 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, Johnny. And probably player of the game with that block at a key time.
There's a huge block there. Townsville fouls, so 44 seconds to go. Down 12. You're going to call it, Dave?
Yep.
All right, well, let's see. We're going to obviously keep it here until the final whistle. We'll try and see if we could grab one of the Spartans players to have a chat with us post-game. So stick around with us for that if we can grab them.
And this is the great thing about these grand final series, Johnny. For Townsville, you just got to have a short memory. Forget it, move on, learn from it, watch the tape, listen to the coach's, corrections, and away you go. Spartans did a really good job after a nice Townsville opening. Spartans have done a great job defensively of frustrating Garvin, and then they looked really good in transition themselves.
Yeah, it was a huge performance from Spartans, a well-balanced attack as you always expect to see from Southern Districts. It was a tale of 2 halves, though. It was a very tight game at the half, Dave, and then Spartans just came out with another defensive level in that second half to really pull away with it. Like you said, both teams would be happy with the way they played defensively, and it'll be interesting to see what adjustments Coach St. Maurice and the Flames can make. Coming into tomorrow night's game at 6 p.m. live on the Basketball Queensland YouTube channel. As Fowler gets called for the block, she can't believe it. The Townsville bench and the faithful can't believe it. But there's about 8 seconds to go, and the Spartans are going to come into Townsville, Dave, and pull out. And I'm going to call it an upset win on the floor here at Star 106.3 FM Stadium.
I don't know about an upset, Johnny, but certainly you come into Townsville and you steal it, and now all the pressure's on Townsville to make the right adjustments as both teams empty their benches in preparation for game 2.
We'll see. Spartans decide to take a shot. They're just going to run the clock out. So the final score here from Star 106.3 FM Stadium in Townsville is the Southern District Spartans 76, the Townsville Flames 63. A super impressive performance, Dave, from the Spartans. A lot to work on, though, for both teams heading into tomorrow's game 2.
Well, there is, and I really like what the Spartans have been after the game, and they're all business. They look like they lost the game. So, great composure from Spartans. They know what they're here to do, and that's to get a couple wins and get out of here.
Well, the Flames will go back, watch this tape. There's a lot to tidy up heading into game 2. Like you said, Dave, defensively they were pretty good as well. They just need to generate some more opportunities for themselves on the offensive end. I'm going to hand over to you. I'm going to see if we could grab one of the Spartans players for a chat, Dave. I'll let you go through the stats, but it is that final score, 76-63, Spartans over Flames. Shot. All right, that's going to do it for us here. Got to thank Azure Parham for taking the time to chat with us. Got to thank all the guys from TCTC on the production. Got to thank Dave Derwin on the commentary. And I also want to thank Australian Sports Network and James Bowman for all of their graphics and technology and all their tech support as well. That's going to wrap it up, but come back shortly. We'll have the men's game for you. It's game 1 between the Townsville Heat and the Cairns Marlins. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in.